and we see the dualistic nature in analog, the sound and video. And we use analogies as comparisons. And then we use the anti or the antonym for the opposite meaning. And when things are strange or abnormal, it's called an anomaly. I want to interrupt real quickly and talk about one of the world's best restaurants as well as a new film coming out. And the name, of course, is called El Bulli. And of course, we have the chef pictured here with the bull god, El. And of course, we take part in this ancient ritual of consuming the flesh and drinking the blood, which is why we sacrifice the bull god El and eat the Angus beef, along with the wine, which represents the bull's blood. And of course, all the ancient cultures sacrificed the bull. And would you believe that the blood would drip into the vessel, which is known as a bowl? Yes, the bowl comes from the bull. And that's exactly why we say bull, and it sounds the same, because it comes from the same bull. And that's exactly why it's called a vessel, which is like the blood vessel, because the bull holds the bull's blood. And by the way, the god of wine is known as Bacchus or Dionysus, who is the son of the bull god Zeus. That's why we have the Dionysian bull. So you see, the bull is the same as Baal or Baal or El. It is the fertility ball, which is the same source. That's why the round fertility ball, the disco ball, is always around for romance, because it's showing the ancient history from the ball. So yes, the bull comes from the fertility ball. And this is exactly why all sports use the fertility ball and placing the ball inside of the hole. Which brings us to the sport of bowling, which uses the fertility ball of the bull. Which is why you throw the ball down the long, narrow alley or the canal, which is the tunnel of love. And of course, the black ball of the hole slides down the alley and hits and rams into the fertility pins or the penises. That's correct. Etymologically speaking, the word pin comes from the penis. And when we take a look at the bull god Osiris, we notice his headdress is exactly like the bowling pin. So we see the bull goddess Isis and Osiris, the bull god, with the headdress of the Atef, which is the two pillared horns of the ostrich feather that is flanking the centerpiece, which is known as the bulbus, which is known as the headjet, the white pharaoh's erect crown of Upper Egypt. Thus Osiris wears the phallic penis head that looks like the pinhead of the mushroom, which is a phallic symbol since ancient times. And let's not forget that the ancient pyramids themselves are actually phallic symbols of the penis, which is the erect fire fertility symbol of the male. So Osiris is wearing the crown penis head of truth, because his penis is in between the two feathers, or the goddess, which is known as Ma'at, the aspect of Isis in truth. So yes, Osiris is the phallic penis mushroom head, the emerging cap of the head of the penis, coming from the universal veil, which most of us know as a mushroom bulb, because the mushroom bulb is full of light that will grow up and enlighten the world with its enlightenment of its magical qualities. So we see the penis head emerging from the universal veil, breaking through the top, which is the mushroom penis head. And the universal veil is the female goddess, which is actually known and turns into what's known as the vulva, which is the vulva of the vagina, the goddess. Which is why we have the huge earth holes known as volcanoes, the vulva or the vagina of the earth. And now you know why the Vulcan gave the symbol of the V, which is the V or the delta of the vagina. And now you know the meaning behind the cars known as Volvos, which is the vulva of the vagina combined with the male aspect of Mars, or the erect penis of the male. Sex magic. And in the goddess labia minora of the vulva or the vagina, you will find the bull of the Minotaur in her labyrinth or her leviathan, which is exactly where you are going to find the bulb of the vestibule or the vesta bull, which is the female fertility of the penis head or the bull head, which is why it's called the clitoris from the Taurus bull. Just as the male has the bulb of the penis, the human penis, which is named after the bull god. So you see, Jesus, or the image or the symbol of Jesus, is nothing more than the same symbol of that of Osiris or any other fake man-made god that represents the annual season of the year, the anointed one who gets sacrificed during the annual year of the harvest, which is the story of the Last Supper, or the end of the zodiac annual year, or should I say, it's known as the last sheaf, or the last corn dolly of the annual harvest year. And they sacrificed the ancient corn doll so that it would forgive the sins of the community and bring a good harvest for next year, putting back the blood into the soil of the earth to replenish and bring back a fruitful harvest. So the ancient practice of the anointed one, or the anointing the penis head, goes way back into history, way to prehistory of the Bible. And let's not forget that the ancient Egyptians, or the ancient Kemet or Kame, came from the ancient pastoral nomads. And these ancient nomads had the wise shamans who practiced the eating of the sacred magic mushroom, which was used in ancient fertility rituals as well. So like I said before, the magic mushroom grows and comes out of the shit or the feces of the cow or the bull, the goddess or the god. That's why the magic which comes from God is that of the bull, which is why Isis, the goddess of magic, has the power of magic, because she's the creator which creates the magic of the magic mushroom. So you're starting to understand the theology behind the fertility of the mushroom or the penis head, the sacred cap of wisdom and knowledge. Which is exactly why the high priest was high, because he really was partaking in the ancient rituals of connecting with the High Lord or the Most High, the God, because when you get high on mushrooms, you think you can connect with God. And these ancient shamanistic high priests or Jewish high priests always anointed the phallic stone, which was known as anointing the phallic penis head. And this dates back to ancient prehistory. So now you'll understand why we have the fire fertility of the Temp El Mount, which is the ritual sacred ground where Muhammad ascended to heaven. And the sacred rock is actually a sacred hole in the rock, which is the female aspect of her hole. That's why it's actually a cave under the foundation stone. So now I think you'll understand why we have the golden magic mushroom and the golden dome of the rock, which is the golden phallic penis head of the anointed one, the bull god, which is why you have the symbol of the bull on top, the golden penis head. And since we're talking about the ancient fertility of the foundation stone, I thought I might inform you about the ancient ritual or the Freemasonic ritual of the cornerstone. Now, for the first time, I'll tell the world the truth about the cornerstone, or the L stone, which is shaped like the L. I'm sorry, but it's just so funny that Freemasons just don't even get the true nature of the cornerstone ritual, so allow me to explain. A cornerstone is a cornstone. You see the fertility of the hard penis of El, which of course comes from the golden corn fertility god himself, Saturnel. And this is exactly why the corn dog is a fertility symbol of the corn god, Saturnel. So the cornstone fertility ritual is known as a consecration or an anointing, which is nothing more than anointing the phallic penis head for the consecration, the sex magic ritual. So now you know why they anoint the cornerstone with the corn oil. Now take a look at the table. Do you see that phallic can, the fertility of El? The male aspect going into the goddess hole or her cave? It's a sex magic ritual, and it's called a time capsule.
Brother Grand Marshal, you will proclaim silence.
In obedience to the order of the Grand Master of Masons of Minnesota, I now require all those present to preserve silence and to pay due order and decorum for the ceremonies of this occasion.
Being that Freemasons are builders and men of vision and compassion, the University of Minnesota hereby invites the Grand Lodge of Ancient Free and Accepted Masons of Minnesota to conduct a cornerstone ceremony for the University of Minnesota Amplatz Children's Hospital at 11 a.m.
Brother Grand Secretary, at an appropriate time in the construction of the building, you will deposit the casket in the cavity prepared for it.
At an appropriate time in the construction of the building, you will deposit the casket in the cavity prepared for it. At an appropriate time in the construction of the building, you will deposit the casket in the cavity prepared for it.
And may the Supreme Architect of the universe grant that ages shall pass away, ere it is again seen of men.
I scatter this coin as an emblem of plenty. May the blessings of the bounteous heaven shower upon us and upon all patriotic and benevolent undertaking.
In the name of the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of Ancient Free and Accepted Masons of Minnesota, I now proclaim that the cornerstone of the structure here to be erected has this day been proven square, level, and plumb, true and trusty, and laid according to the ancient customs of the craft by the Grand Master of Masons.
Brethren and guests, we are about to commence a great work. Masonry teaches us that before entering upon any important undertaking, we should first invoke the blessings of deity.
First invoke the blessings of deity.
Right Worshipful Grand Secretary, it has ever been the custom on occasions like the present to deposit within a cavity in the cornerstone to be laid,
To deposit within a cavity in the cornerstone to be laid,
certain memorials of the period at which the edifice was erected.